Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So, kale. I'm not sure I'm going to be planting much in the way of anything else this year. Might do some sprouts, might do some kale sprouts or kalettes, but I think majority of the brassicas I'm going to sow this year are going to be kale. Reason being is because I absolutely love kale. It does really, really well when you actually dry it in the oven. Kale chips, fantastic, different flavors as well depending on what kale you grow. And there's so many different types of kale that I think it's one of my favorite brassicas. So versatile, so many things you can use it for. And I don't really do ever so well with my cabbage. So whilst I'll be trying a few Brussels sprouts and a few kalettes, I'm not going to be trying probably a lot of the other things. Maybe I can convince the wife to grow them on her plot, but we'll see how that happens. But kale, let's show you kind of what I've got ready seeds wise to plant right now for the new growing season. So the first one is semantic kale or sepantic kale, which is a curly kale that is purple, absolutely gorgeous. And these plants don't grow very big either, so they're quite small plants. Again, really, really nice though. I've got a nice dazzling blue. So again, this is a little bit like the Cavolo Nero in some respects, but again, really, really pretty and really nice taste to it as well. So the next one is our traditional Cavolo Nero. So that's the dinosaur kale. So the dinosaur kales these are almost like the wild type, but they've been around for so long. And again, flavour of these fantastic. I'm into the really large size kale. So we've got this 1,000 head kale. So these are Baker Creek. Baker Creek do again these strange, weird and wonderful varieties of pretty much everything. So tomatoes and all that sort of thing. They grow really, really weird varieties. But 1,000 head kale, grew this last year. Absolutely gorgeous, massive, long, big leaves to it. Absolutely fantastic. So the next one we've got is a true Siberian kale. So again, this is like curly kale, but it grows almost like on really tall, almost like walking sticks, size wise. So yeah, really, really nice flavour. Definitely something I'm growing every year. I've got another version of the 1,000 head kale. So this is black Tuscany. So this is another palm cabbage. Again, they grow really long, thin, strap-like leaves. It's actually probably more like the Cavolo Nero than it is anything else. But again, really good flavour to it. Another one on the 1,000 head kale variety. We've got an East Frisian palm kale. So we'll be growing some of those again this year. I've got some other Siberian kale. So these are last year's seeds, but again, these should germinate fine. Don't have any problems with these at all. I've got some red ruble. So there's red Russian and red ruble that generally I'll be growing. Nicky seeds, they do really well for the kind of more unusual, strange or wonderful different seeds. I've got the red Russian, or Ragged Jack they actually call it in America. So it's, again, this was something I got from Baker Creek, and this was a freebie, but seeds wise, fantastic. And then I've got two really, really pretty kale. Again, one of them I grew last year called Emerald Ice. I'll put the picture in the corner of the screen so you can see what that looked like last year. But yeah, really, really nice looking kale, and flavour wise, really tender and really nice. And then along the same lines, I've got one called Midnight Sun. So that's kind of the new one for me this year. Again, hopefully gonna have some nice flavour to these. Again, it's going to look really nice in amongst the rest of the kale that I'll be growing. So I'm probably going to want maybe, I don't know, 4 plants of each of these in terms of to come up to full adult kind of being able to harvest from. So I'll be planting probably about 40 of each. No, there'll be just a few seeds of each of these in a single pot, which will then be left down here to germinate and then hopefully to give us some nice decent plants. But again, I'm growing them down here. There's going to be no heat, so germination and growth to adulthood will be literally down here. So they'll start off in one of the builds here. I'll probably stick them into the new build just so they've got a little bit more protection. Again, that mouse problem in there, I need to probably sort that before I move them in there. But if I put them up high, hopefully they'll be okay. So that's my plans for today. I'll be sowing all of these into these individual pots. Let's just find you kind of the pot I've got in. So it's just a standard plastic pot with this, probably going to be Jack's Magic or something like that. I know I generally use the Leviton F1 for most of my seeds, but with these, because I don't immediately want to transfer them on or pop them on, I'm going to grow them straight into Jack's Magic into these. So they should do fine though. Right, I'll start potting some of these up, and we'll move everything into the new build. So all the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.